Welcome back everyone, I'm K Plays Games, this is Fallout 4 and this is episode 2 of our best start in 2022 Let's Play series. I'll have to think of a better name for this series, it's quite a mouthful, but I got there in the end. In the first episode we did an awful lot of busy work. We have torn down 2 entire settlements, spammed a whole load of shells, got up to level 14, assigned ourselves lots of skills, and upgraded 1 weapon with 2 upgrades in all that time. What are we doing today? We're going to have some fun. First thing we're going to do is actually go and talk to the dog. I know we have a skill that says when we're venturing without a companion we're better, but the dog doesn't count. He's not a real companion. He is, but he isn't. It's a strange quirk, but we'll take it. Come here, you.
Hey boy, what are you doing out here all by yourself?
We do have to be careful. Enemies may spawn, sometimes they don't.
You want to come with me, pal? Okay then, let's stick together.
Are there any enemies going to spawn? I think we're okay. That was just the dog opening the door. This is the problem with companions. They run ahead of you, they open doors, they spring traps, they set off bombs, they alert enemies to your presence. They stand in the way when you're trying to move places, they can push you off edges where you take fall damage. They're, to be honest, more trouble than they're worth. You can use them as pack mules, like you can give them a command and trade with them. But because this is survival mode, their carry weight is absolutely appalling. So they're not even much good for that. But we'll take them with us because why not? And before we go into this cave, we'll just grab all the loot outside because survival mode, magpie, everything as we know has a use. Let's get in here. Now, this is full of mole rats. That's one there. What mole rats do, when they are alerted to your presence, they burrow underground, then they teleport to where you are and burst out of the ground surrounding you. So not getting hit by these is really rather difficult, but that one is far enough away that we can kill it. Here they come. Alright. We actually managed to get away with that. Usually you kill that one, then these other 2 instantly burrow. But for some reason, they decided to show themselves over there. I'm quite happy with that. There's only these 3 enemies in this first room. Down that corridor, round the corner, is the boss. It's just a slightly bigger mole rat. Lots of loot to get in here. Empty bottles. We know these are good for purified water. Lovely. That's a dead mole rat. Mole rat meat we can cook, which is nice. We need rather a lot of it to make anything, but we'll take it. Brain fungus doesn't really have much use for us. That's another dead mole rat. And this, and this. Ah, there it is. There's number 3. And one thing I haven't told you about your personal computer is that if you hold the key down that opens it, it turns on a light. And you need that light because we need to pick up something which is next to this skeleton. When you turn the light off, you cannot see it at all. Even when the light is on, you can barely see them. It is these black rim glasses. These always spawn here. Why did I want these? If you go to the apparel, these add 1 charisma. So now, if we put on our checkered shirt and slacks, and our glasses, and our wedding ring, and check our special stats, our charisma is now 11, which is enough to pass any speech check in the game. That means peaceful resolutions to quests, we can talk our way into places, we can extort people for as much money as is physically possible. It gives us so many more options, and every time you pass a speech check, you get experience. And as we know, we have Idiot Savant, level 2, so there's always a chance to get 5 times the experience. So that is why that is really cool. But for the moment, I'm just going to put our jumpsuit back on. So we know that we have charisma 9 all the time, but if we know we're going to places that have speech checks, we can put on our checkered shirt and slacks. That's one of the reasons we came down here. Another reason is that. That right there is a fusion core. They are used to power armour. But it's right next to a radioactive generator, which is why I showed you it from here. I'm going to just run in and grab it, and then get right back out. Grab it, run away. There is a 38 pistol there, but 38 pistols are garbage. Okay, here we have some food, an iguana on a stick, some more loot, duffel bag, with a 38 pipe rifle. Now, I think I'm going to take that pipe rifle with us. And I think what we're going to do, we're going to offload our 38 pipe pistol here because we don't need it anymore. See, the 38 pipe rifle does a little bit more damage, much longer range, much more accurate. Goodbye pipe pistol. Never used it, never going to use it. And it does mean we're going to have to remember to favourite the pipe rifle. It does 18 damage. I mean, the 308 does 47, but we do only have 15 rounds for it, and it doesn't have a gun sight, so it's not the best of things. More loot here. Now, you should turn the light back off because it does make you slightly more detectable. As we see, the brackets at the top of the screen are twitching because the boss is just round this corner. That's it. Got it. And that's it for this place. 3 little mole rats in the first room, 1 big mole rat down here. Other than that, it's just fusion core, charisma glasses, and loot. And we got a decent gun. Wonder glue. Wonder glue is wonderful because that is adhesive. And I'll take you through something else in just a moment. And there is a novice locked safe. I do only have 2 bobby pins. Didn't need to use any of them. Alright, our first piece of proper armour. Let's talk about armour. You go to a panel, it does have weight. This weighs 2.5 pounds, but it does give us +8 physical and +4 energy resistance. Boom, we'll take some of that. So our carry weight is 122 out of 210 already. We've basically not done anything. But that's just the way it goes in survival mode. Yes, I was going to talk to you about get out the way, dog. About adhesive. If we go back into our personal computer and go to inventory, junk, at the bottom you see there is a component view. So you press C and this shows you what all the things in your junk folder can be broken down into, and you can mark some of these as things you want to pick up. As we know, adhesive is useful for every single upgrade. So we press Q and it now has this spyglass icon. Now, any item in the world we see which has adhesive in it will be marked with this spyglass icon, which is extremely useful. Usually you have to do that with crystal, so I think we'll do that with crystal as well because it's very rare. Other things that are very rare, we don't even have them, are things like ballistic fibre. So now the game will notify us if anything we're looking at has adhesive, because we are going to have to start being somewhat selective with what we pick up. That was highly successful. I was not expecting the armour. Next place we're going. This water tower right here. There are 2 enemies up here. They are bloat flies, and they fly in extremely strange ways. That's one there, and that's one there. If we're lucky, we'll one-shot them. Because advanced receiver on the pistol and sneak mode, dead. That one didn't even notice. Dead. And we've leveled up. Okay, as the game is saying at the top left, adrenaline is increasing. And if we have a look at stats, status, show effects, adrenaline damage +5. You gain adrenaline as you kill things, and you lose adrenaline as you sleep. So you're going to have to balance out your extra damage from adrenaline and your tiredness meter. Because we hit level 15, we've just started one of the DLC campaigns. We're not going to be starting that, or indeed doing anything with it in this particular playthrough series. This is what we came here for. Some drugs, and some purified water, and we should address this level up. I think the best thing we can do right now is take strong back 2 to gain an extra 25 pounds carry weight. Simple decision, easy to make. Next place we want to go is this copse of trees over here, because buried in the ground here, as we can see as it becomes more apparent, is a loot chest. I'll open it, and this has some armour and some ammo and other things. Alright, so we'll take that. We shall go into the apparel thing and we'll put on the armour. See, one thing that really annoys me is that when you're making modifications to weapons and armour, it stores all the old modifications in your personal inventory and they take up weight. I should have checked that before we left town. I do wish they'd go into the workbench inventory instead. These are hub flowers. Hub flowers are good. They have much use. So we always pick up hub flowers when we see them. Next place we want to go is back this way towards town, past the water tower again. And it's just over there. What this is a safe which has already been opened. The door has been torn off and there's some goodies in there for us. I won't sprint, I'll stay in sneak mode. And what is in here is some ammunition and some stim packs. Excellent. Next place we need to go is down by the river. So let's go. There are more enemies down here, we do have to be careful. On that little island over there, not sure if you can see it, there are 2 bloatflies that live on that island. And up this way is a certain number of wild dogs. Almost got detected by something then. The brackets are twitching. It could be the dogs, it could be the bloatflies. Where are the dogs? They kind of move around a little bit. There they are. Dogs spawn in groups of between 1 and 4. It looks like there's only 2. There might be more. Let's try and get one in the head. If you could just stop. Stop. Bending down. Oh, wait. There's a man. A man and a dog. We'll speak to that guy in a minute. Right, it was 2 dogs. And this is just a random guy you can meet. Let's speak to him.
Hi.
Hey there. Nice dog. But he looks lonely. Don't you think he could use a playmate?
You can buy dogs from this guy. Dogs produce happiness in settlements, and happiness is something that you want. But we'll just say no.
I don't need another dog.
Oh, good. I didn't really want to sell her anyway.
Gene's a nice guy. Okay, let's go and loot these dogs. And luckily, there was only 2 and we managed to kill them. Meat and meat is great. Okay, back to the river. Gene spawned from a campfire, which is just up here. In fact, I'll show you that right now before we go to the river. Campfires are random encounter spawners. And this is one of them right here. This time it spawned Gene and his dog. Sometimes it spawns enemies, sometimes it spawns traders. And this one always starts the game with a whole lot of booze strewn around it. Good stuff. Enemies respawn very, very slowly in survival mode. Like, these dogs there will not respawn for a very long time. It's like 90 in-game days. But these campfire spawners, as soon as you go far enough away to unload the cell and then move close enough to reload it, it will spawn something new. Learn where these are. A, so you can avoid them because it could be enemies, or B, if you want to farm enemies or find specific traders, you can constantly leave and re-enter the cell this is in to roll the dice and see what spawns. Okay, next thing we need to do is to get rid of that bloatfly and the other one that's on that island, which I can't see. But this one seems to be not moving, it's just spinning around, so we'll kill it. We're in caution because the other one's kind of aware of us. I think it's... No, where is it? There it is. Nope, missed. I think I'm going to have to use VATS. 27% chance to hit, not good enough. Okay. This thing's taken a stupid route to get here. Boom, dead. Should loot this corpse as well. Now, to be honest, I should really have looked for the other 2 bloatfly corpses up there, but I can't really be bothered. Bloatfly corpses can be hard to spot because they always explode into a million bits, and the bits that have the loot are the bit with the wings on. And I think I can see it there under the water. I'm not diving into the water to get that, because if you go into the water too far, you'll start taking radiation damage, and that ain't no fun. Next place we're going is hidden in the mist over there. There is one more enemy. As we see, our brackets are twitching. It's that big dragonfly looking thing. Again, sneak attack, advanced pistol, 1 shot. Some random guys. A big load of raiders spawn underneath that electricity pylon. They're shooting at something. Luckily it's not us. And this is why we came here. Right there on top of that barrel is an army helmet, which is really quite good. But surrounding this vehicle are radiation barrels, so I'm going to have to be quick. Get in, grab the helmet, get right back out again. And the dog is saying, hey, there's some loot over here. Oh, wow, the dog is actually bringing it to us. Oh, well, what do you know? That doesn't often happen. There he is, he's got it for us. Good boy. So let's don our helmet. Army helmet. Plus 10 physical, plus 4 fire, and plus 4 energy resistance. Excellent. Now there is a medical chems box up there. Let's see if we can send the dog to investigate it. Press E to command. And yeah. Pixel perfect. Inspect
Grab
first
anything
aid.
useful.
And the dog will go and get these things for us. And we don't have to go into the radiation. And he's brought us some radaway.
Hey.
I thought we were being shot at then, but that was just a stray shot.
Take anything good.
And we'll tell him to go back and see if there's anything else in there. There's usually a couple of items, that's why I sent him back. No, nothing else? Good boy, let's go. Right, well that's one way to get that army helmet. You can either dash in and dash back out. But the dog did it for us. That's one of the few uses that companions have. Okay, next thing we want to do is kind of head back towards the water tower a little bit. You can see it through the mist in the distance. And what we want to do is to go to this electricity pylon here. Now, these pylons are actually quite good for the early game. They kind of tell you where you want to be going. Brackets are twitching. Now what you can do when your brackets start twitching like that is that you can spam the VATS key. So it does things like that. Things I cannot see myself will be identified for us by VATS. Now that is a passive animal, but its meat does have some use. So stay hidden. We'll shoot it in the head because shooting things in the head does X more damage. Hub flowers, nice. More hub flowers, nice. We'll talk about what this meat does next time I find a cooking station. I believe there is another rad stag up here somewhere. VATS isn't showing me where it is, but our brackets keep moving, so it's around here somewhere. That's a bloatfly. I'll be talking to that bloatfly in a moment. There's usually 2 rad stags around here. Yes, there it is. It's all the way over here for some reason. Okay, we're still hidden, we're still hidden. Pop it in the head, jolly good. I always like to reload after every single shot, because you never know when you're going to get ambushed. Okay, first big pylon. These pylons often have loot at the bottom of them, and this one is no exception. There is a duffel bag right here. Alright, a pipe revolver rifle. That's pretty powerful. 36 damage. It's not as powerful as our 308, but we at least have more ammunition for it. And it does use a different ammo type. It's good to have weapons that use different ammo types in case you run out of one type of ammo. You've always got something to fall back on. Here's another little loot box. And as we see, this duct tape has the spyglass icon telling us that duct tape has adhesive in it. So that was nice. Next place we're going is indeed this little cabin here. And as we saw earlier, there's a bloatfly right there. There's another one right there. And there is another one actually inside the cabin itself. So I think we're going to try and manually shoot these blowflies. Oops, missed. And that's 49% chance to hit. Each time you tap uses some AP, so we've got 4 chances to hit this at 52%. Only needed the one, and as you saw, that's slowed time for us as well. Only 38 chance to hit because it's so far away. Oh, there we go. If you build a character that specialises in VATs, the game gets extremely easy. Let's see if we can find all these dead bloatflies. Just about saw that one. Not sure where the other carcass went. I think it was over here somewhere. It may have slid all the way down the hill. I'll find it later. Anyway, we've got some experience for finding this cabin. In this cabin, some generic loot. Holotape that explains that this poor girl that got pregnant and she ran away from home. That's not really why we're here. Neither was that bit of loot. This magazine is why we're here.
There we go.
Permanently take 5% less damage from all melee attacks. Thank you. And also in this cabin, round the back, is a chemistry station. Let's see if we can make anything cool. Drug. Not quite enough. What I was hoping to do was to find some whiskey at the campfire, because mentats plus hubflower plus whiskey equals mentat grape. And as we see, this adds 5 to your charisma and increases your bartering by 10% for 8 minutes. Now charisma also has a function in bartering as well as just doing speech checks. Each point of charisma increases your trading prices. So if we're going to speak to a trader and we really need to save money, we can put on our checked shirt and slacks and have charisma 11. Take a mentats grape, which will put us up to charisma 16. Maybe drink a beer for charisma 17. And then we get an extra 10% on top from the other effect of the mentats. So that's kind of why I was investigating that. Now we do have buff out. And buff out increases your strength for a few minutes. And it increases it by 2. And buff tats increases it by 3 for longer. And it gives us plus 3 endurance and plus 65 max health. And plus 3 perception as well for 8 whole minutes. I'm going to build that. That is in case we ever become over encumbered and we can't decide what to throw on the floor. And if I really have to absolutely carry everything with us, we can take some buff tats to increase our strength. Now we've killed quite a few animals and there's a cooking station here, so let's roast them up. Baked bloatfly, we should have enough for some rad snag meat and some mole rat chunks and some mutt chops. Alright, now we have a decent amount of food. So we need to eat, so let's discuss it. Let's get back into sneak mode and discuss food. If we have a look at this food, we'll notice that the grilled radstag says it has an additional ability of providing plus 25 carry weight. And that's true, but the extra ability, like healing ability of food and the max AP and the plus 25% carry weight and the rad resist from the botfly, only take effect when you're fully fed. So the best thing to do is to eat foods which have no extra abilities, like mutt chops and iguana on a stick. Then you're properly fed, and then next time you eat, you'll get the bonus effect from these. Now this plus 25 carry weight lasts for 1 hour. Not 1 in-game hour, which I explained in episode 1 is 3 minutes of real time. 1 hour of real time, or until your character sleeps. So that is really rather powerful. Right, next destination. This warehouse right here. And that evil sound and the darkening skies turning green is the approach of a rad storm. We don't want to be outside for that, because I don't want to be taking any more radiation damage, so we're just going to run inside this shack, and we're going to sleep next to the skeleton just for a couple of hours. And we're not going to get well rested, because as we know, you need to do 7 hours from that, and that requires a full bed. It did save our game, because in survival mode, the only time you can save is at a mattress or a sleeping bag or a bed, and you sleep for 1 hour or more. We're still a little bit thirsty, so just press our hotkey for purified water and we'll have a drink. There we go. It's always best to keep on top of these things. Let's hopefully not get irradiated as we splash through this water. No, good. Through this hole in the fence, the brackets are twitching. This is the wicked shipping fleet lockup. And the enemies here are feral ghouls. And that's one hiding under that thing there. It looks like a dead body. It's not. Ghouls are humans who have had their bodies warped and twisted by radiation, and feral ghouls are ones whose brains have rotted as well. They're not zombies because they're not dead, but to all intents and purposes they are zombies. We're in sneak mode. It doesn't know we're here, so we'll just kill it. And there's a terminal here to hack, which will let us open this pod and send this robot on his way. Might as well do that, because it's experience, you never know. We might just trigger Idiot Savant and get 5 times the normal experience from doing this very easy mini-game. These robots can be useful in certain locations, not so much in this one. They will patrol around and engage enemies. That could be it. No. But it's still showing 1, so I'm thinking T is the correct thing. Now it can't be dust, because then S and T would be correct. It's not that, because S and T will be correct. That could be the correct answer. Oh yeah! You can change your personality modes. All the personality modes do different things. Most of them just change what things they will engage. This guy will just walk around this place. If you don't kill that zombie, this guy wakes it up and kills it himself. I'd rather get the XP for that myself. There's quite a lot of loot in this place. In the shipping container, more rad barrels and some loot, but I'll just run in. Grab as much loot as we can. You can move things by holding the pickup key. The dog is saying, I found loot. Yes, I know. That's just a radio. And just the other side of this truck is another zombie. They do take a couple of seconds to wake up, so that gives us a chance to kill it. Lots of loot. Again, at this stage of the game, we will just be looting absolutely everything until we get the "you are full" message, and then we'll offload what we can into the dog, and then when we get full, we'll eat some radstag. Maybe take some buff outs, although radstag is the better choice. Hidden little ammo box here round the back. In this trailer is a dead person wearing some gear.
Oh, sorry. That was Bob.
And what we have here is vest, sleeveless top, and fatigues with a plus sign on the end. And the plus sign is the game telling us that it thinks what we're looking at is better than something we already have.
Anyway,
It's mouse over, and indeed it is. It's better than our jumpsuit.
Level its staying spots again. Cool.
So we'll be putting that on. It's giving us plus 10 physical resistance. And there's another safe here. Nice.
That's it.
Okay, now we're going to start being a little bit selective. This pipe pistol has been upgraded. Press X to inspect it. It's got a better receiver. It's got glow sights. It's got a compensator on the barrel. But it is only a pistol, so we'll just leave it where it is. Next thing in here. Shut that damn radio off. Then we'll just loot everything. More tin cans, bottles. Brackets are twitching because there's a zombie that lives next door, or it could be the robot. I'm not sure. And what we have here, there's another magazine. This is the same as the one we got in town, but these magazines stack. There are several issues of them. So again, our critical hits with unarmed and melee attacks, but melee's not really a thing for us. This key is vitally important. Pick that up. That's not locked. It doesn't tell you anything special. What that key does is that it opens any of these locked wicked shipping trailers that you will find across the map. Like so. And all of them have a red boss loot chest inside them. So let's have a look. We'll take all the ammo, all the money, and then we've got some left armor. We'll be taking that. Alright. Well, look at this. We have some very well upgraded weapons, which are much better than the pipe revolver rifle we have at the moment. We'll be taking that. And this pipe rifle looks pretty well upgraded as well. This is the one we have at the minute. Does 18 damage. And that's it. That's all it does. This one does 26 damage, and it's got a great big drum magazine, and it's got sights. Powerful receiver, upgraded receiver, long light barrel, standard stock, reflex sight, drum magazine. Much better than what we've got. So goodbye to what we've got. And what we have here is a very much upgraded 45 revolver. It's not a 45 anymore. It's been upgraded with a .308 receiver, so it fires .308 rounds. Does 58 damage. Long ported barrel, recoil compensating stock, glow sights, and a bayonet. Much better than that. And to be honest, it's much better than that. So we've replaced two weapons with one. We no longer have any weapon that does 45 ammo. And that's fine, because we've got much better weapons and we've lost a lot of weight. So that's pretty good. Put that on 3 and we'll put that on 4. Let's have a look at these new weapons. I mean, the sights on these bolt weapons aren't very good, and that's just pathetic. But it is better than what we had. But at the moment, I mean, we do have an awful lot of 38 ammo, but at the moment, I reckon that our 10mm pistol does slightly better damage. Okay. Next place in this door. There's usually some good loot here. 38 rounds, that's not good loot. Duct tape is always good loot because it's adhesive. We're probably going to become over encumbered at some point very soon, in which case we'll offload things onto the dog. Did I put on a new armour? I don't think I did. No, I did not. There we are. There's an armour workbench. So if we become over encumbered, we'll see if we can't spend any of our resources upgrading the armour that we found. There is one more enemy in here. He's here on the left. Crawls over these boxes. Now he's dead. All the other enemies in this place are already dead. Like this guy. There's a moderate amount of loot in this place. So we'll just spend the time to loot it all. Because as we know, everything has a use. It might not be apparent at first, but it all does. Back here, there's a secret way in. This place is a bit of a maze. All these shipping containers kind of in the way of each other. More wonder glue, that's adhesive, that's fantastic. Loot this dead roamer. And next we need to go upstairs. There's more loot up here. Lots more stuff. I would like to find a bed or a chair just to cycle the time around so you guys can see what's happening. Another awful pipe pistol. We'll be leaving that there. Yes, we are already at the stage of leaving weapons behind because of the over leveling we've been doing. One other secret is on top of that roof over there. If the dog would get out the way, you can just parkour your way up onto this roof. Duffel bag, 23 pre-war money. Now pre-war money is good because not only is it worth quite a bit, as we see the value is 8 each, the weight is 0. So you have 158 times a nominal value of 8 and it's not taking up any inventory space at all. One last thing to do in here, this last door, in here, one dead guy, chemistry station, and some more loot. Right, can we make any cool drugs? Yes. Now, Psycho increases your damage by 25% and adds 25 damage resistance for 5 minutes. Jet slows time for 10 seconds. Combine them both and you get Psycho Jet. Slows time for 15 seconds. 25% damage, 35 damage resist, and plus 40 max AP. It is overpowered as all hell, and I love it, so we're taking it. So before we do anything else, we're going to favourite Psycho Jet, because it is so overpowered, it's good to have in an emergency. We'll assign that to number 7. So if we get into a fight we really need to get out of, we'll just pop some Psycho Jet. Yeah, let's have a look at this armour workbench. Is there anything we can do? And this is quite good. We've kind of got all 3 of the early game armours. Raider armour is like the worst, as we see. 1 damage resist, 1 energy resist. Then leather is 4 and 7. Then metal is 8 and 4. Now the curious thing about leather is it has really high energy resistance compared to the others, even though metal is usually better physical wise. If you know you're going to be fighting enemies with energy weapons, consider wearing leather instead. Now, I don't want to upgrade the raider or the leather stuff because I've got a feeling we're going to be replacing it with metal or something else instead. But we can have a look. And you can, if you have armourer rank 2, you can upgrade this to heavy and medium armour, which seriously increases its protection. This just increases the type of metal armour it is. Alloy metal could be worth it. We've got quite a lot of resources. We'll come back to that in a moment. Now, these upgrades here are what I'm really interested in. Pocketed adds plus 5 carry weight. See, this lighter build reduces the weight of this armour by 1.2 pounds, but this pocketed adds 5 pounds, so I'd rather have pocketed. And I think I'm gonna hold off on making alloyed metal because it is using adhesive. So at the very least, we've increased our carry weight by 5 pounds and used up a little bit of weight. Not the worst thing. Okay, that's the end of this place. Next place we want to go is that little string of lights there. That's a little cabin. But the brackets are twitching because down here are 3 bloatflies and they're zipping around all over the place. So I think this might be a good point to try and use our 38 rifle for something. Well, we hit one of them.
There we
And
go.
2. Luckily for us, well, they're not really melee enemies. They do spit poison at you. But we got all 3. We got some more. We didn't get meat. Interesting. Okay, radiation barrels there. And that little loot box there is locked. But I'm just gonna get in and get out as quick as possible. Unless I break my one remaining bobby pin.
Got it.
It's extremely irradiated. Well, these bloatflies didn't drop much meat, just glands. That's fine. We took quite a bit of radiation damage here. Ah, we have a mattress. Alright, we can sleep for 5 hours there in a minute. Some meat, empty bottles, and guaranteed in this shack, as well as all these valuable cigarettes, is whiskey. So we can actually make great mentats now, but first of all, I'm going to sleep for as long as we can here. We will be kicked out after 5 hours. And be told, that's why, there we are, you cannot sleep for more than 5 hours on a dirty mattress. Round the back of here is some more bottles and beer and food. And I'm over encumbered because I can feel myself moving.
Here.
Slowly. Right, dog? Just... What can we offload onto the dog? We are 3 pounds overweight. What weighs 3 pounds? That weighs 1. We'll get rid of that. Yeah, I think El Doggo can just carry lots of trash. He will not be able to carry very much. There we are. That was 243. It's now gone down to 219. Was that 25 pounds? It's not a lot he can carry, but he has let us get back to normal movement speed. There's more hub flowers. Next location we need to go, this big pylon here with a big building built into the bottom of it. This is a friendly settlement. And we'll just tag it. Here we are, Abernathy Farm. Before we go and speak to the people that live there, we're going to go into this little mobile trailer here, because there's things to loot in here as well. Outside is a bobby pin box. If we're lucky, it's got lots of bobby pins in it. It had 1 bobby pin in it. Well, that'll do. Again, more loot, all good stuff. Everything's good stuff at this point in the game. And another mattress. So, we'll just sleep for 2 hours. Alright, morning is broken. We can all see what we're doing again. I am a little bit hungry and thirsty. If we talk to that guy, he's going to give us a quest. We're not going to do it. We are going to fill up all our bottles, and then we'll drink from it to assuage our thirst. That is such a slow operation. And we'll just quickly drink. There we go, hydrated. We can harvest their melons without penalty. It's not considered stealing. Who we want to talk to here are 2 people. This is the first one. In fact, we'll do her last. We will speak to this one first, Lucy Abernathy.
Hey. Here for work? We could use some help picking melons if you've got some spare time. I'll give you caps for any you can bring me.
Sure. I got time to help out.
Great. Doesn't have to be now, but whenever you get the time.
Oh, we've already harvested the
Abernathy?
melons.
Here to collect the caps for the melons you gathered?
Yeah. Here you go.
Great. Thanks for your help.
There we go, we got 30 caps for absolutely 0 effort. And let's talk to Connie.
Excuse me.
New here? Well, if you've got anything worth trading, you can talk to me.
Don't need
Right,
anything
she
today.
is a trader,
by me.
so what we're going to do, we're not going to take our drugs or have a beer, but we are going to put our charisma clothing on.
Looking to make a deal?
All right.
Now we're getting better prices. This is the trade screen. On the left is everything they are willing to buy from us. On the right is everything they are willing to sell to us. And on the bottom is our respective cap totals. She has 251 caps. So I think we should just sell 251 caps worth of stuff to her. What are we not using? 45 round fusion cells. These are for laser weapons. We don't have a laser weapon, so we'll sell that. Flamer fuel. We don't have a flamer. We'll get rid of that. Shotgun shells. We don't have a shotgun. We'll get rid of all them. Every single item in the game, according to the game code, must have a minimum value of 1 cap. So ammo doesn't weigh very much, and it's always worth at least 1. Right, let's try and get rid of some of these cigarettes because they do weigh quite a bit. 259, that's gone 8 over. So what we'll do, we'll just take 8 caps worth of shotgun shells back from her. There we are. Right, we've offloaded some weight. We're emptying this trader out of all of their caps. Lovely. She will eventually restock. It takes a few days. We could harvest some potatoes, but there's no one to sell to. We're not going to need them quite yet. So we're just going to leave. Oh, where are we going now? Where we're going now is back down past this little hut we visited on the way here. And we are going up on the top of this little hill here. Not sure if you can see, there is a person there. That is a campfire spawner. So we shall go and say hello to whoever is up there. Now, I reckon that was a passive person I saw. You can just tap VATS. Chems vendor. I was correct. So we no longer have to be hidden because we know it's passive up here. This is a trader we can sell stuff to. Like the stuff we just found in this duffel bag.
Hey there, sister. You looking for chems?
I'll take a look. Sure.
Let me know if you see anything you like.
Now, annoyingly, she's only willing to buy and sell chems, so we'll sell her the irradiated blood. We'll sell her some Rad-X. And Rad-X is worth quite a lot. There, that'll do. We'll take the irradiated blood back. No, we won't. We'll just sell it. We're giving her a 4 caps tip, but it doesn't really matter. Alright, we're up to 580 caps. Let's put our armour back on before I forget. And there we are. We've only got, what, 14 pounds of weight left. That's not very good, so you know what? I think we should just drop off that rifle we just picked up. Yeah, that'll do. I think we'll keep everything else with us. Maybe not the bubble gum and the cram. It's radiated food. I do not want irradiated food. And these mods. Right. The next place we're going is all the way over the other side of that reservoir. There are 2 ways to get there. You can go across this dam, or you can go the long way round. Now, halfway over the dam, round about there, is another random encounter spawner. So we'll get close enough to have a look. If it's tough enemies, then we'll go the long way round the lake. If it's good stuff, we'll go straight ahead. And first thing we're going to do is get rid of this dog. There's always at least 1 dog that spawns here. That took some killing. Probably because we were at extreme range for a pistol. But we'll get some meat and a toy. We can see over the dam, but I can see someone kneeling down there. I think that might be passive. Let's have a look. Let's just get down onto the dam. Problem with VATS is that sometimes it won't actually give you a lock and description of what you're looking at until you're close enough to be detected, which is one of the reasons I took sneak. It's a settler, which means it's a passive encounter. Stay in sneak mode because sometimes enemies spawn down the bottom of the dam and I don't want them to know that we're here. because they can run up this hill and engage us. Avoid the car because physics object. Might as well talk to this person. Sometimes you get some experience from them.
Please, I'm so thirsty. Could you spare any water?
You got plenty of water, why not?
Of course. Here you go.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Well, no experience, no free gifts. We lost one water. But at least we got over the dam nice and safe. There are guaranteed enemies that spawn on that side. Sometimes they're easier than the guys that will spawn here. This cannot be opened. Alright, we're arriving at our next destination. Which has quite a few hub flowers, so I'll take them. So, the Sunshine Tidings Cooperative. An X-Farm. This is a settlement. The settlement workshop is just behind this door. We won't be able to use it until we clear the enemies out. The enemies here are ghouls. Most of them are dead, some of them are not, and this one is dead. So we'll loot them because we know that ghouls have loot. And there are sometimes rad roaches here as well. Like that one there that I missed like an idiot. Get some meat from that. There aren't very many enemies here. It does not take long to clear it out. And that's not really why we're here. Because we're not going to be putting up a radio beacon here. That is for another day. Come on, Radwatch, move. There you go. This guy's dead. And that thing's dead. One thing there are here are proper beds. Which is nice. Not that we're tired at the minute, we're just a little bit peckish. You can't get into this shack from the front, you have to come round the back. Not that there's anything in it other than a dead zombie. Wow. No, don't pick up the blue dress. No, in fact, yeah, we'll just stick it in the workbench after we've completed emptying this place out. Just a couple more cabins to clear out. It's not going to take very long. Now this cabin is why we're here. This cabin at the back next to the big silos. There are 2 ghouls in here and something else we need. So let's sneak attack that one. Sneak attack that one. Uh-oh. That was the wrong time to need to reload. But luckily for us, the companion made himself useful and dragged it down for us. Another microscope. Man, we have been very, very lucky with our crystal drops so far in this run. Okay, now we're over encumbered. That's alright, we can drop some stuff off in this trunk. We've taken that and that and that and that and that. Alright, it reckons we have better armour, and indeed we do. Goodbye, Raider light armour right arm. Hello, metal light armour right arm. Right leg, it's the same as we've got, but ours is pocketed. We're going to drop off the blue dress and a clean tan suit, and now we're back underweight. That's good. Anything else we need to get rid of? This does have a 45 revolver rifle. Let's inspect it. It's got a combat scope on it. Does fire 45 rounds, but to be honest, we've got 3 pretty good weapons. Only 17 rounds for that one though. Not great. 61 damage, 44, 61's better. This is why we're here. Permanently collect 1 extra meat from animal kills. That doesn't just mean rad stags, that means bloatflies, stingwings, anything that drops meat will drop 1 extra meat for us now. So our food problems should be over. Wow, look, 45 bottle caps in this guy, nice. And some corn, and a lighter. Alrighty then. Get out of the way, dog. Ugh. I know you just helped us, but you're still annoying. I think this cabin is empty. Yes, it is. Bottle cap, baby rattle, some more stuff here. I might just drink a beer to get our strength up just for a few minutes, just to finish clearing this place out. You have to be careful with the booze, because you can become addicted. And when you're addicted, it means you have to keep drinking, otherwise you're going to have minuses to your special stats, so it's not the best thing to have. So that's strength 1 for 4 minutes. Yeah, we'll do some of that. That should give us enough carry weight to finish claiming this place. Okay, this door is locked, but it's only novice, and behind this door is another red roach. Uh-oh. We might have found lots of crystal, but we ain't got no bobby pins. There we are, red roach meat 2, and that had 2 meat for us because of that magazine we just picked up. And there's a... oh god, we're back overweight again instantly. The bourbon was useless. The dog is full. Everything's gone bad. I'll tell you what, we'll just offload a whole lot of junk in here just now. We'll pick it back up in a few minutes. You can believe that. Right. 2 more enemies to kill. They're both in here. They're both zombies. One at the far end. And...
Hell yeah.
one under there. Now, the annoying thing is that you can't actually shoot it under the table. Because for some reason that table counts as solid. But we've killed them all. We can now go and claim the workbench and sort out our inventory problems. What's in here? Squirrel bits. Alright, we'll take that. We'll take that. Right. There was no need to clear this place out. You can come in, get the magazine and just leave. Quite often, that's all I do. But as this is a let's play, I might as well show you everything. Just come in here, take control, and then dump all this stuff. Get back up here. Grab all the stuff we dropped off here. Alright, let's see if there's anything we need to drop off or take with us. Obviously, we're going to put on our newly acquired armour. Lovely. Going to keep all the drugs and booze with us. It's good to sell, if not to use ourselves. Ammo, don't need the shotgun shells, don't need the 45 rounds. Keep the fusion core, we might need it. And again, we're going to have to pick up the recipe for the power generator and radio beacon, which is 4 ceramic, 8 copper, 2 gears, 3 rubber, 14 steel, 2 circuitry and 2 crystal, which should be highlighted with a spyglass icon. And we will be taking everything that has adhesive with us as well, because we know adhesive is good. All the rest of this can pretty much stay here. We don't really need it. However, gears and screws are both pretty good as well. Maybe we'll take things that have gears and screws and circuitry. Right, that will do. I believe we now have enough stuff to make Mentat's grape. Yes, we do. Thank you, Mr. Whiskey. And another Psychojet as well. Why not? And we're hungry and thirsty. Well, thirsty can be taken care of very easily. Furniture, miscellaneous. We'll just make a drinking fountain very quickly. Just slap it on the wall right there. Have a drink. Done. And hungry is about to be taken care of now, because there's a cooking station here, so we'll just cook up everything. Alright, good stuff. Right, properly fed. Good stuff. I think this is a good place to finish this episode, figuratively and physically. In the next episode, we're not going very far away. We're going down here, and then a little bit down here, and then we're going back up towards Abernathy Farm. So just a little loop. I hope you're still enjoying Fallout 4. I am. I always love a new playthrough of Fallout 4. We're doing rather well. We're almost fully armoured. We've got both arms, one leg. We're just missing one more leg and a chest plate. We've got a really good army helmet. We've found some weapons in the shipping containers which we would not have been able to access if we had not gone to the lockup and got the key. So we're ahead on that as well. I hope you come back for the next episode, and I hope you look after yourself until then. Talk to you later.